Right. About 15 seconds. Okay, I think that's 15 seconds. Everybody, thank you for coming to our hopefully last virtual meeting. I know everybody hates doing it, but apparently the council hasn't approved face-to-face yet. So hopefully when they have their next meeting, that'll happen so we can come together and have a chat face-to-face. So Angie, sorry, Councillor Hallman, if you would, please, could you read the acknowledgement of territories, please?
Absolutely, and I'll just provide you a clarification to your comment. Council has approved that we will return back. We're just waiting for the needs of having the ability to live stream at the same time to meet the needs. So we're all in agreement. Face to face is preferred, but we're just waiting for the integration of the ability to do both. So with that said, we have gathered in Wilmot Township on the traditional territory of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Mississauga peoples. We also want to honor the Dish with One Spoon Covenant, a peace agreement made between Indigenous nations before settlers arrived. It honors our collective responsibility to each other and Mother Earth. We should only take what we need, leave enough for others, and keep the dish clean. By acknowledging this covenant, we acknowledge the First Nations of the Inuit and Métis people. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I'll save this for later. I guess I have a question regarding the council coming or waiting for the video. Okay, now we need to disclose any kind of pecuniary interest under the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. Does anyone have anything to disclose? No? Alrighty, we'll move on. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from the last meeting? All right. Are there any additions or deletions? No. Very well. Could I have a could I have a member to motion that we accept the minutes as recorded? Thank you, Marlene. Marlene
I can
Miller.
second that.
Thank you very much. So the motion's carried. We're moving now to business. Sherry, could you bring us up to date on events?
Right, yes, so we had a very successful season with our summer concerts. We offered 7 during the months of June and August. We only had 1 cancellation due to rain. And then the very last concert, unfortunately, the entertainment had COVID, so we had to scramble last minute to get a replacement. But I think it all worked out in the end, which was lovely. And we welcomed 3,300 people to the front lawn over those wow. Those 6 concerts that went through. So we were unsure if people were going to show up, and they came out to support us, and so it was lovely to see that. So we're going to plan ahead for next year and get our entertainment in place as soon as we can. So if you have any suggestions at all, ones that you liked, ones that maybe we didn't get that you'd like to see, please let us know.
Okay, that was I imagine that was a fairly good revenue stream there, because I was noticing people were being very generous as they came through the gate.
Absolutely, yes. They were very, very generous in the early days, and we had a lot of people that wanted to give in the beginning and then come back week after week without wanting to people. We also were concerned that people don't carry cash anymore, so it was
exactly.
It was quite nice to see that they did that, and they would come through, and if they had already paid on the first week, they'd say, oh, I'd like to, I've already paid. I'm like, yes, I remember you. Come on in.
Gonna need this in a few years. You're going to need a debit machine at the gates.
We actually did take one out to the side gate because it does work there, just in case. So yeah, you never know.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then with our tea and tours, we offered 6 of those. We offered 2 in June, 2 in July, and 2 in August, and those were all sold out. And we've actually been getting calls from groups that want to book them now and at Christmas time, but unfortunately, because we don't have the summer students to help with that, that's not something that we can offer at this time, but definitely something that we should consider in the future. We're also really excited that we're going to be getting back to children's workshops, which we haven't offered since the summer of 2019. So we're offering a kids workshop in October and one in November. So that's going to be for ages 5 to 10. So yeah, we're quite excited to welcome kids back.
Can I ask what precautions are taken around COVID for that? Are we just
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So we will be sending out an informational package and asking parents that if their child is ill, not to send them, and we will refund if that's the case. And then we've got enough area that we can spread out as well. And yeah.
Good. Masks?
No, they're not required at this time.
Okay.
But if that changes, then obviously we will bring that into place as well.
Okay. Good.
Great. And then we're also going to move ahead with a full Christmas season. So we're going to decorate the house entirely inside and out. We're also going to have Herner's Victorian Village back for the first time since 2019 as well. So that's exciting. And then we're going to offer our Castle Aglow evening tours, which will be 30-minute guided tours with costume staff, which will be great. We did that last year following COVID parameters, and it actually worked out really, really well. So we're excited to bring that back with a couple more dates to add to that.
Nice. I know we talked about it years ago, and I don't remember because I'm getting old. But do we own those costumes, or do the
No, we do own them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we do own them, and then a few of us have our own as well that we've purchased and will wear or lend out, and yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
And I think that is it for events updates. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Okay, committee initiative update. I gather the chair and vice chair that we will be participating in the event, even though we'll be done by November, right? We'll have 2 new people potentially to assist, as well as us old folk. So
right. Right.
Okay.
We would love committee members to help with decorating as well, and that takes place just a couple of days before our last official meeting, which is November 17th. So the days prior to that. So if anybody would like to help, I know I spoke with Colleen yesterday, and she's going to be coming in to help with decorating as well.
Okay, well, let me know what you need before. I'm happy to help.
Great, thank you.
Other committee initiatives, I just want to ask, I think we had some communications, but just so that the whole committee is aware, if you recall, we've all signed up for various initiatives as part of the committee, and you probably noticed that we didn't do anything over the summer. So could you expand on that, Sherry, please?
Sure. Yeah, we're still, I know Marlene had signed up to do transcribing and that kind of thing, and we're still not in a position to have those volunteers back in for that. And we are just getting our policies together for the policy subcommittee. We are still allowed to go ahead and put those policies forward to be endorsed by the committee, and hopefully they can still be passed by this council. If not, then they will go forward to the next council, and but we can still endorse them during this term.
Okay. Do you have any idea when the various committee members will receive? Like, I'm also on the policy committee, so any idea when those may become available?
Yes, so we're hoping that the education policy will be done by the end of next week. And then the other policies, there's I think about 3 or 4 on top of that, but those are only like one-page documents. So we did the big one with the collections management policy. The education policy is the next big one, and then the others are will be very quick to review.
Okay, good, thank you. And the education policy, speaking of policies.
So yes, so that will hopefully be ready by the end of next week. And then the subcommittee of Jim, Artem, and Len, I will send it out to you so that you can review, and then we can maybe get together for a quick meeting just to discuss any changes that you'd like to see on that policy.
Very good. Okay, thank you. So that, well, that'll be a sidebar. We'll talk about that after. That's not part of this meeting. All right, so that's business. New business, culture days.
Yes, so we're participating in Culture Days. Last year we had done an event where people could go throughout the community and click on a QR code, and they could see what was there before and what's there now. But this year we're able to get back to an in-person event. So every Sunday from September 25th to October 16th, from 1 to 2 p.m., we've got a You May Play Day featuring our Skittles and Top game. And it's a pay what you want or pay what you can event. And so that's something that we're looking forward to offering to the community. And we're hoping that we'll get a lot of families participating in that one.
Okay. Castle porches and landscape update. Was there a few weeks ago, didn't look too terrible.
So we actually just met with Amber, who is the project coordinator for the Township of Wilmot, and a potential contractor today to go over some of their ideas for the front porch. So it's probably something that is going to be physically taking place next year, but we're very hopeful that that we found the right fit and the right caliber of craftsmen to fix that porch.
Good. Came into my mind and left regarding that. Oh, time frame on construction.
So that probably will be taking place in the spring. According to them, it's something that they can work in their shop in over the winter months, and then it would be like a 3-day transitional period where they take the existing steps off and replace it with this this new project or new porch.
Good. Landscape.
So landscaping has taken place. I know last meeting in June, there were a few concerns about how the property was looking, but that has been updated. It was actually updated about 2 days after we had our meeting. So it's been exciting to see new landscape in there, and then it's going to continue around to the front of the castle as well.
Okay. Good. So it's all well in hand and it's coming along and everything will be fixed. May as well do it in the spring, as you say.
Exactly.
So it won't have to come through the winter.
Yeah.
So we had issues with the materials used. So we've sourced good materials for this next project.
Yes, so they're looking at specific wood that is a little bit more durable because all of the sun exposure that's there, and making sure that we get longevity out of the porch.
Good. And council presentations from the committee, spring summer update.
Right, we're hoping that a member will be able to present an update from the Castle Committee. We usually do one a year, and we're hoping that someone from the committee would give a presentation on November 7th. So if anyone is interested in that, Castle staff can put together a presentation for you, and we can go over what to say and what the highlights are.
When would you like the volunteers by for that?
If I could get somebody by October 1st, that would be great.
I'm sorry, you guys can't see me, so just want to interject. I'm sorry, through you, Len. Can we confirm that we have a council meeting that day? I'm just trying to go through my list here, and can you validate that?
So I just at 4 o'clock when I was leaving today, Tracy had received word from Sharon, the CAO, that yes, indeed, there is going to be a meeting on the 7th, but I will check into that just
Thank you for
just to
clarifying.
make
I
sure.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I was waiting till last minute to find that out, to put that on. So as far as I know, that's a go.
Okay, good. I'm sorry, I don't know if you put your hand up or not. I've got the agenda right in front of me. So if you put up your hand, I'm sorry. And if you didn't, that's okay. So that's a fend for yourself thing around here. It's good. Okay, so keep that in mind, everyone, and send that to Sherry if you're interested. Recent acquisitions, Sherry.
I actually do not have a presentation. This is the first time in a long time that I haven't had any donations. We haven't had anything come in since June, so I'm hoping that the fall will have some good things come in that I can share at the next meeting.
Alrighty, you guys still looking at eBay and such for anything?
Only if something comes up that is castle related or township related. Yeah.
Okay. All right, next point. Any correspondence?
No.
No, nothing. Wow, it's been quiet times,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. All righty, that brings us to the roundtable information sharing. Does anyone have anything to share? And now I will get rid of the agenda so I can see if anyone puts up their hand. Yeah, yes.
I do have one thing to share that's quite exciting, and Jim Veach knows a little bit about this. In 2019, we met the family of the youngest daughter of James and Louise Livingston, who came to visit us from California. And when they went to Toronto to see their grandmother's gravesite, there actually was no stone that had been installed. So the grandbabies have created a stone, and they're unveiling it on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they're going to come back to the castle to tour. So it's quite an exciting time, and we're happy to welcome them back.
Very neat. Excellent. Does anyone else have anything to share? That's the minutes. Okay, well, I've lost what I had. Great. Anyway, I guess that brings us to the bottom of the agenda. Would I have someone move? Unless there's anything else. Does anyone else have anything to add? No? Okay, so if you would bear in mind the need for someone to attend the committee meeting in November, if there is one, and if not, we'll find out when it is. With that, I would like someone to move that we end the meeting. Thank you, Artem. Can I have a second? No second? Okay, don't need a second, but thank you anyway. Sorry. Alrighty, so I guess that's the end of the meeting. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Len.
Thank you for
Bye,
coming.
everyone.
It's great.
Yes, thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.